Hey everybody, this is your boy Legendmuyui. I am back for another live stream for Shadowrun. I think we might be coming down to the close of this particular series, but we'll see. Wow, so much has happened this week. We made to talk about it as we go through this. I think it might be the final playthrough for this. I think we're coming to the end of the game. But we'll see. I think last I was in the Brotherhood depths, and I think being in the Brotherhood depths, I had a lot of fighting and we killed some bugs and everything. So we're going to see where that takes us, and should be a good thing. Anyway, let's just dive back into it. The cold utilitarian facility of the Brotherhood's private areas break away and degenerate into sprawling subterranean tunnels that were not created by the hands of man. The air is foul with the smell of decaying flesh and something else, a rank, stinky acid. Oh, okay, yeah, we were midst fighting, and I think we came to the end of everything. Let's see what's going on. I don't have a decker. Like, none of these people are. Can you deck? Okay, well, the music died down. That's pretty good. Yeah, no one can deck, so we are going to leave this alone. And I believe that is a lot of nastiness right there. If I was in this scene like there, I think I would throw up. I don't like blood. I don't know why. I just don't. I like red. Red's like one of my favorite colors, but I think this is, yeah, this is the end. Alright, so we're just going to get everyone out. Transition to the next scene. Get everybody out here. You know, Coyote's my road dog from early on in the game, so she's gonna be like second to last person, and then I'm gonna just head on out, see where we're at. The Bug Shaman, a rhythmic thrumming punctuates the air, passing through you, vibrating your lungs and your chest and making it hard to breathe. It's an electricity that makes the hair on your skin stand up in protest. Ahead, you hear the sounds of chanting, accented by the moist ringing of larvae. There are low rumbles too, stone on stone. The sense of imminence is everywhere. Something is coming, and it has to be stopped. Okay, yeah. Sounds like the foreboding of a final boss fight. Alright. Yeah, this is... Can I... Yep, just go straight into this next room. Open the door. Yep. There's Jessica. Alright, and Lynn Talastrian? That's Lynn. That's a nice white gown. It's really cool. That... good for cosplay, but you know. Alright, let's just run up on them. Got all up in their face. Jessica Watts. Jessica appears excuse me. Jessica appears to be in the throes of a violent trance of mild seizure. A manic state brought on by the terrible energy she is attempting to conduct. Legendmuyui, stop! The Queen approaches! The vessel! The summoning! We cannot be disturbed! There is no vessel and there will be no queen. I beg to differ on that. I've already took your precious vessel. Your vessel is gone. This is over, Jessica. Huh. So this is the cultic type thing that most people associate with most religious things because, well, most religious things have this type of thing. Mild seizures, violent trances. Yeah. Anyway, there's no vessel and there will be no queen. Jessica's eyes roll back into her head. Whatever magic she is channeling is fast approaching a crescendo. Lynn speaks in her place. You may have taken Marie-Louise, our chosen, but another Telestrian will take her place. I give myself willingly. I will be the host to our queen and the mother of the new world. You'll be the mother of a dead world. You're insane, both of you. You've seen what these things do, Lynn. This queen will devour you, body and soul. I think I would try reasoning with a person, but some people can't be reasoned with, or they can't see another person's trying to make a point with them. But I'm gonna still do it. Harlequin makes an exaggerated grimace and then crap out a few billion young bleh. No, I will become a perfect being. Through me and through my sacrifice, a new age will begin. When Jessica speaks next, her eyes have a disturbing sharpness. Her words are echoed by Lynn in a manner that suggests a connection beyond their shared zealotry. The hive has no thought beyond hunger, no goal beyond reproduction. We are one. Kind of, you know, this how they describe this reminds me of oh man, what is it? Lady Galanthrian from Lord of the Rings. How when Frodo, you know, attempted to give her the ring and she passed her test. Yeah, that's the sound that I'm getting from this. Then you'll die as one. When I end you, it'll be good for my conscience and my cred sticks. That's definitely not me. I'm sorry, Jessica. This ends now. Sam had a hunger too, didn't he, Jessica? Throwing families back. No, that's not. No, I'm not. That's not me. I'm not one to throw past mistakes of a person back in their face. Not if I'm having a disagreeable conversation. If we're joking around, playing, and trying to make a point, trying to get a person to see reason. But in this is tense. This is going to produce a fight. And I'm not one to antagonize a fight. So I wouldn't do the whole, you're Sam. Your brother, he had a hunger too. Yeah, look where that got him. No, I'm sorry. Look, this got to end. Jessica's body then suddenly spasms, arching her back and nearly lifting her off her feet. She lets loose a scream falling somewhere between elation and agony. The queen is near. All right, she goes over there. Jessica, wow. Jessica has 325 hit points. That is the most that I've seen. But you know what? That takes 2 to get over there, Muyui. Okay, I'm kind of vibing and trying to scope out the lay of the land. I believe this is the music right here. I think this is a remake from Shadowrun, the Sega Genesis version, when you would just walk out on the first area that you was there. So this is kind of nostalgic, kind of hype right here. An homage to the first video game. All right, I'm gonna let Muyui go last. So I'm gonna get this guy can't see her. I'm gonna put him in cover. And those are some weak shots. But since we got two, we're just gonna lay down a law. Alright, 30. You, my friend, are only good with this chopping thing. So you're just gonna go over there. We're just gonna lay down the law on Jessica. 16. 32. Alright, we're down 1,000. I should have had Coyote shoot first. Alright, so I'm gonna just get... Why is this one open? Alright, I'm gonna shoot this. 10. It's sleep. Do we know how much energy this thing has? 20. Beat it up. 6. 11. All right. She's drawn from that thing. All right. All right. We got some of them. I'm gonna have y'all guys handle that. Muyui. Since this is your actual gig, beat that up. She took down 15. And finish with Jessica. Coyote. Let's take out this bug. That ain't doing much of anything. Alright, there we go. Nice. Alright, we're gonna have you. What's his name? Harlequin. You're gonna come up here, chop this thing up. And then I don't like these things, so we're gonna get you there. We're gonna set you out here. Alright, yeah. Reload that, because I may need those bullets. And then we want to kill this thing. Y'all both missed. That's not good. Alright, so Harlequin. Okay, cool. See if we can, Alright, good. Okay, we got another one. That's a bombardier or something like that. Alright. So I'm gonna have Muyui lay off the smackdown. Woo! That. Okay, so that has a line of sight. I don't want that thing having a line of sight on Muyui. So I'm gonna kind of dip back there. Harlequin. We are going to need those. And Jessica. Yeah, just blast. That's good. All right. Okay. Cool. Harlequin. 80. That thing may attack you. I think you can take one for the team. 16 damage. Alright, she's jetting. Alright, I gotta go over there and kill that. Oh! Okay. Alright. Alright, we're gonna make this work. Um, $50, $70. True Venom. Thought the reload would have been a free shot, but it's not. We're going to kill this one first. Muyui, I'm going to have him go over there and try to take out Jessica. So. I did not mean to do that. But I got no problem with that. Alright, so I'm going to have this guy huddle up on that thing. Muyui, you're going to make your dash over here, because Jessica's right there. And I'm going to beat this thing up. Harlequin, I need to set you in place. Because we're gonna try to take this thing out. Yeah, we don't need none of it. What are you doing? Oh. Oh, that don't look good. And y'all should be... Thank you. I'm like, what? Alright. So... You got 129. Boy, I just beat her up. Not that great. You're out. So... Reload. You got a better shot, so yeah, you got a better shot, so let's hit him up. Reload. Kind of figured that was going to happen. All right, cool. And we are going to hit this bombardier up. Come on, really? There we go. And so she's going to heal and try to hit Muyui. Oh, well, Muyui can hit harder than you. Oh, that's not good. Alright, so Muyui, keep doing what you're doing. Yep, keep doing what you're doing. Oh, that's a big one. That's alright. One. Oh! Alright, so that means you gotta hit every... Alright. Kinda had a fear where he's gonna come back to life. Yeah, because we only got one... I need you to heal that character. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna split us up. We're gonna take her out. Yeah. So Muyui is just gonna okay. Alright, let's actually get rid of Jessica. All right. $150, $40. %, chance, and you hit and you missed every last one. All right, let's chop it up. Oh, that's not nice. Why are you missing? All right. Yeah, you got 2 people here now. Yeah, that's for Sam. All right. So we stopped the ceremony. That's good. Our Muyui can get back out here and do some stuff. Now we got 3 people shooting these things, and that's going to be beautiful. 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 All right, you didn't hit the last time. Beautiful. All right. Reload. And my guy is hurt. So let's get you into some cover. Oh man, you can't even go anywhere. All right, let's. What you got? Oh yeah, heal yourself then. Yeah, it's just a flesh wound. Oh, wait a minute. How many? Oh, you got 2. Says you got 1? Huh. All right. All right, we need to start laying down a law. All right, cool. Get 2 out here. Reload. Now I want to put Muyui anywhere near what's going on. So let's just let's go here. Ew, standing on top of this body. That's nasty. You know, I may use the killing hands. It's my signature move. All right. So yeah, let's why? All right, well, we're just gonna lay down what we can. Coyote moving. Yep. Yep. Everybody just gonna lay down. How much we got? 40 more. See what your killing hands do. Okay. Almost there. Sweep. Pops back up. And then everyone can unleash. Yeah, this one should be dead. I think it would be highly unlikely everyone has 2 shots to give on this thing, and we can't get 3. There we go. I don't know what's going on, but we are going to heal up with what we got. Okay. All right, we stopped the ritual. The once beautiful, she's okay. Probably not, it's not what I prefer. The once beautiful Jessica Watts is a hollowed shell of her former self. Her skin is pale. Maybe didn't want to go through the whole thing of redrawing a pale version of her. Looks like the same version to me. Her lips are ashen. They still look like she has on lip gloss or some type of lipstick. And her eyes are sunken into her skull. I don't see that either. It is more than her body's reaction to the physical damage she sustained or the strain of channeling magical power from another plane of existence. There's something missing from her now. It's gone. My link to the queen. She's abandoned me. It expelled me. Unworthy. Had to be done. The nest would have overrun the city if we hadn't stopped you. Whatever pain you're feeling, it's far less than what you deserve. Excuse me. I am as horrible as people can be. I still think that everyone needs an avenue to be redeemed if they want to be redeemed. If they don't want to be redeemed, hey. But if a person wants to be redeemed, they genuinely want to be redeemed, someone has to provide that avenue. God has provided it to us as sinners. There are no good people on this planet. I repeat, there are no good people on this planet. Case in point, if you were born, which if you're looking at this, you were born. No one had to teach you how to lie. No one had to teach you how to be deceitful. Those are sinful traits. We're all born with those traits. You're selfish. We are all born with those traits. And if you have done one of those acts once in your life, you're sinful. So everyone needs redemption, because a person could have spoken out of anger, spoken horrible words out of grief. Your circumstance does not give you a license to do sin. And that's what bad things are. They're sin. Each human that has been created, I should say that has been born, has been made in the image and likeness of God, male and female alike. So when we sin against one another, we not only sin against God, but we sin against God's image and his likeness. So no one is good. That's why we need a savior, Jesus Christ. Lived a sinless life, but he became a substitutionary atonement for us by taking on our sin. So no one's good. So I most likely would go with this last one. A lot of people died. My best friend died in this game. It's been several days that has passed. I've been able to mull over the grief. So I'm going to still, shoot for redemption for her if she wants it. So I'm going to say there's still hope for you, Jessica. She bows her head and closes her eyes, forcing a torrent of tears to cascade down her cheeks. Forcing it? You don't have to force tears if you're generally sorrowful for what you've done. I mean, some people may feel that they have to have tears to show, but grief is not really stricken by tears. Other people can feel grief without crying. But anyway, I wish that were true, but there's no hope for me now. There's no hope for anyone. She opens her eyes, and there is nothing but hopelessness within. There is still a nest like this one. There is a nest like this one in every major city. There's no stopping them. Oh God. I don't get it. And maybe some of my viewers, because I like to have an open dialogue. I like to be courteous of other people's beliefs. But if you don't believe in like the one true God, and you believe in other types of gods, when you have had your life shattered, when you make the sentiment of, oh God, or if you take Jesus' name in vain and you actually say his name, what are you implying or meaning with that phrase? That's a genuine question. So I would like to know. And Sam, oh, I'm sorry, Sam. No, now she's thinking about her brother. She is sorrowful. Decide the fate of Sam Watt's killer. Why are we still in fight mode? Let's reload. I mean, why am I reloading? Like, why am I doing any of these motions? I guess because I don't really know what's coming up next. You got some bullets. Reload. I'm not going to shoot her. I mean, what's going on? Oh. Jessica looks at you, pleading, "Please, Legendmuyui, don't let them eat me." Okay. I promise justice for Sam. This feels like justice. Oh, they'll eat you. Kill her before the bugs. Death will be too quick of a punishment. You're going to pay for what you've done. Yeah. I mean, that's my sentiment. Actually, it's really not. For a person who wants redemption, this would be my sentiment. To atone for your sins, because that's what you want to do. If a person is non-remorseful, they don't care with what they did, or if they're just trying to save their own life just to save their own life. But from what I perceive from text, which can arguably be rationalized, that you just read into it too much, I'm just going to have to read into I actually thought that she wanted remorse. So I'm going to just give it to her. We're not going to let the bugs kill her. She's going to go to jail. She's going to go through the court system. She's going to rot away. She's going to have time to think, and maybe she'll change. She lowers her head with shame. I understand. And I gain 5 karma. Decide the fate. Okay, cool. Excuse me. Out of the shadows, you emerge from the Universal Brotherhood chapter house, momentarily blinded by the bright lights of the Lone Star perimeter surrounding the exit. Despite the clean night's air, the stench of ichor and decay cling to you, a smell that may never fully go away. You drop your Aegis-filled shotgun, and it's quickly sprinted away by one of Telestrian's minions. Weapons are slowly lowered as you step out into the streets. The order coming from Detective McCluskey himself. You see James Telestrian just nearby, pulling his strings. It's Jessica. It's over. Jessica Watts has been dealt with, and Sam has his justice. The dead man's deed is done. All you need now is to make a phone call, and it ends. All right. I can't do anything but talk to Mr. Telestrian III. Goons. See what the layout of the land looks like. They blocked it off. I have no idea what this is. This looks like half of a truck. How did these things get here? They look like half of cars. Maybe this is a drone. This whole thing is a drone and someone's controlling it remotely. I doubt all these people showed up on bikes. These are police vehicles. Okay, all right, police vehicles. Okay, I can see how they got there. Dresden is there. All right, cool. Is this the stuff? Oh, we can't scroll down to see the Stuffer Shack. I wonder if this is a different layout than the Stuffer Shack one. This doesn't quite look like the... Yeah, this doesn't quite look like the terrain when we first came in. Anyway, James Telestrian III. And after we broke up the ritual, Legendmuyui chased Jessica into a small chamber where she was cornered by a couple of buggers. I guess they weren't impressed with her performance. They were about to eat her. And Legendmuyui says something like, "I won't let them eat you, Jessica. You're coming with me. You're going to pay for what you've done." It was very dramatic. Then we splattered the bugs and handed her over to the UCAS FBI? United California something? Anyway. They're going to want to have a long talk with her about the Universal Brotherhood. So this nest is cleaned out and your cousin Lynn is being transported to a mental hospital for observation. James assesses you with newfound respect. Very clean. I believe our test of Project Aegis was a success. Legendmuyui. Herr Brockenhaus is having it weaponized now for distribution to knight-errant forces. The authorities are going to have a great many questions about this incident, and I will need to provide details. The Universal Brotherhood has a great many chapter houses, and they must be dealt with immediately. Wow, so... Okay, so I guess I was mistaken or misspoken last time. I thought this was like a one-op or a splinter cell from the Universal Brotherhood that was like doing their own thing and not really trying to help people out, but had like their private agenda. But what Jessica said, it was universal, happening in a lot of chapter houses. Interesting. All right, what happens next? Glad to be of service. What about me? I particularly would ask, what about me? Because that's just how I am. Even when it comes to like my own personal work, I kind of know that I need to take care of myself. I feel that God will take care of me. And typically, you know, me being taken care of, let's say work, they're talking about promotions and everything like that. I don't dig too deep into it. I look at when everything is going to happen, and I figure that when it comes, it comes. If it doesn't come, it doesn't come. I know God will take care of me. I try not to live outside my means in the first place. So I'm going to say glad to be of service, which I kind of was forced to do this, but I don't mind serving people if I have the ability and capacity to do it. And if I have the time to do it. Yes, you were of service. There can be no debate on that topic. A yeoman's effort, to be sure. And regardless of your obvious flaw, you are deserving of a reward. What would you ask of me? I hear you have an opening for a VP of security. Not much, just Okay, so probably the type of money that you can get from this guy would be enough to set you up for life. However, myself personally, if I had this type of situation, I would probably take the job because the job could get me out of doing shady deals, and I can work with him even though he's probably going to have me do shady deals because I just showed, hey, I'm good at dealing with shady stuff. But it would get me out of the streets. I'm not as petty as to take this man's job. If he's going to go down, it's going to go down a different type of way, I would believe. Scripture says, be not deceived, God is not mocked, for whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. People see that as karma. Christians see it as sowing and reaping. And you never reap exactly what you sow. You always reap more than what you sow. So, yeah. So I'm going to go with the job. Telestrian regards you for a moment. He seems to be choosing his words. Unfortunately, a human is not an appropriate fit for a Telestrian Industries Corporation executive. And then some could say that this is racist, but it's his company. And if that's what he wants the public facing to be, that's exactly what it needs to be. However, I believe whomever fills the position would benefit from an executive consultant of your caliber. The position will pay quite handsomely, I assure you. Report to work on Monday. So he doesn't want me to be the public facing, but he still wants to give me a job. And that's perfectly fine. I can't stand people who are searching for employment, getting upset with people when they want to run their business, how they want to run their business. My answer would be start your own business. There's a brother at my church. He told me this: you need a degree to work for other people. You don't if you start your own business. Yeah, it'll take some, learning and some knowledge. That knowledge is easily more obtainable now. Now that we're in the information age and everyone keenly wants to be able to show off their knowledge and their prowess. A lot of people do it for free on YouTube. So you can actually find, if you live in America, you can find, how to start your own business, how to do the taxes, all that type of stuff. You can find out, online. Get yourself a rinky-dink job that could begin as your startup cost for your business and then go flourish. But to tell people, I would do this or I would do that, it ticks me off when people say that, because they say that and they don't have a business. Why are you going to tell somebody else who apparently they may have struggled or may have not struggled depending upon certain things, nepotism, a father or a mom who amassed wealth, want to pass it down to their children. And so they do. I mean, most good parents would want to do that. I struggled to get myself up to a nice place. I don't want my kids to struggle. That's a good parental sentiment. Yes, does it take away from the struggle that other people want to do? Yes, it do. However, start your own. I mean, you're working for somebody, you got the knowledge and skill to work for them. Start your own. Anyway, that's just my rant. Anyway, let's just finish this up. Just wear something more appropriate. Good day. All right, cool. So I got a job. I got quite a few people I can talk to. Let's talk to my road dog, the cutie. I mean, even with that scar, she looks kind of cute. Cool. They're not hazel eyes. Those are like yellow eyes. Those are very exotic. I'm not a dreads type of person. Do apologize. It's just a preference. Dreads, they don't look clean. I mean, I've seen, people, they say, "Whoa, my dreads are neat." Okay. Yeah, but to me, they don't look clean. I've seen impeccable looking dreads, and I'm like, okay, look, cool. They don't like it, but it may suit the person, but just don't hate a person because they have preferences. That's ridiculous. That's the type of judging the Bible says we cannot do. Judging a person's character and their deeds to see if it's right or wrong, that is something we're supposed to do. Several scriptures that talk about that. Actually, the main scripture that people use for that, talking about the beam and the speck in your brother's eye, read that entire passage, because it says, first, remove the beam from your eye so that you may know how to judge. So judging is perfectly normal and it's acceptable for God, because we're supposed to be judged righteously. We don't supposed to be judging on people's preferences. Oh, she likes to wear sundresses. Oh, she must be promiscuous. No, she just likes to wear sundresses. End of story. That's her preference. Or he likes mohawks, or he likes colorful hair. That's their preference. There's nothing in the Bible that says you can't dye your hair. Now, some things do look ludicrous. Like earlier in the game I was playing, and the one of the fathers of the Universal Brotherhood had tattoos, symbolisms all on. Looks very demonic, very cultic. It doesn't look like he fits his part. And that type of stuff can deter people. There's nothing wrong with looking however you look, but you have to understand that people are entitled to feel the way that they do based on things that they perceive. Now we can talk, we need to have a dialogue, and no, people are entitled to feel the way that they feel. Like, there are people disagreeing with me now, and you're entitled to that. Guess that's it, huh? You captured Sam's killer and now he'll get justice. Guess so. All that's left is to get paid. It was a little more involved than I expected. Coyote, we've been with her sometimes. I have no idea why she'd be out fighting in heels. I just noticed that for the first time. She is in heels fighting. I kind of hate that in games. It's like, oh, well, she a woman, she has to be in heels. No, not all the time. I mean, it looks nice. Don't get me wrong, but it's impractical. She's fighting, running, probably sprinting and hovering, hopping over things. They're not going to do that in heels. Just ridiculous. Looks nice, though. She looks back at the Universal Brotherhood just a little. Well, Coyote grins first time. Coyote grins first time. Just the first time she's grinned this entire time? Well, I'm going to grab Paco and head back to the Union, maybe watch a trade or something. And I could use a long shower too. After that, back to destroying the BTL trade. Going to give up running. You can learn the business, take over for Mrs. Kubota someday. She gets a twinkle in her eye. Someday, maybe. When the rest of my body is made out of metal too, but not today. All right. Maybe she is not business-minded right now. But when your body gets full of chrome, so that means when you're all beat up and you can't do nothing? Today I run the shadows, get paid, get dirty. It's her choice. See you around, Legendmuyui. You're quite a guy, I can honestly say. I've never met anyone quite like you. There's only one Legendmuyui. Only one of me. All right, so she goes walking off. Is she's really going to go walking off? All right, let's talk to the other runner, Jake. Jake shakes his head, smirking as you approach. When you finally get close, he breaks out and laughs. I heard the Universal Brotherhood was getting shot up on the police scanner. Knew it had to be you. Did you get her? Did you doubt I would? Oh, I got her. She's in custody now. Justice is served. He scratches his mop of red hair. I guess that concludes the story of Legendmuyui and the Dead Man Switch, huh? I've been thinking. Maybe you should stay in the Seattle a while. There's plenty of ways for folks like us. There's plenty of ways folks like us can get into trouble here. You're only skim the surface. I heard Mishuhama's looking for a team. No idea what that's about, but it could be lucrative. And I just got word that something's going on at Crater Lake. The Tiers got it on total lockdown, no fly zone, the whole thing. There could be something in it for us if we poke around. And there's always the Orc Underground. Haven't seen that yet, have you? I've got plenty of friends there who are good for a job. Something bound to come up. What do you say? I'll think about it, Jake. Man, talk to you later. Sorry, Jake. I'm a solo act. Not sure I'm gonna stay in Seattle. I just took a job, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna think about it. You do that. If you want to find me, I'll be at McCracken's bar later. Got a taste for some seafood. Take it easy, chummer. Interesting. Let's talk to Harley Quinn. And this is what I mean right here. Like, if someone wants to dress like this, if a male wants to dress like this, he can. He's going to get a lot of faces. And he should be prepared for it. I mean, you can't say, oh, they should be more accepting. No. You chose to do something that is not normal. Why should people accept what you want to be normal? When someone else has an idea of normality and something is abnormal, people react. It's a normal human reaction, and everyone wants to change that. The painted elf is watching the scene unfolding around the Universal Brotherhood with a grimace. Well, kid, it's been fun, but I've seen everything I care to see today. I'm going to get out of here. Is there a problem? Where's Hers Brockenhaus? I thought he'd be here too. Okay, seriously, who are you? See you around, Harley Quinn. Is there a problem? He gestures at the crowd as he speaks. Look around. Note the members of the press being shuffled away by the Universal Brotherhood spokespeople to get a private briefing. The Brotherhood is connected. A damage control team is probably on the way right now. I think they can control the press. Does the press really matter? Doesn't really affect me. Don't be naive, kid. Of course it affects you. Look. He nods his head towards James Telestrian. Note the expression on the UCAS FBI agent speaking to Telestrian. Dismissive, isn't it? That's because there's no love lost between the UCAS and the Tangiri. Oh, man. If somebody... Yeah, I know I messed that up. Somebody's going to correct me. They're not going to trust what he's telling them. And frankly, I have no idea what he's telling them. James plays his own game, always has. Do you trust him? The FBI isn't stupid enough to ignore this. How could James turn this to his advantage? Yeah, that's what I want to know. Well, there's an economic incentive for one, power for another. If there was a outbreak of bugs in a major city and his company had the only product capable of combating it, you think it might give him some sort of edge? I'm not saying he'd do that, but I'm saying his field test results were quite compelling. Let me show you one more. He points to someone in the crowd and smiles, and the man sees him pointing and smiles back. That guy there, he's with the Ares Macro Technology Enormous Megacorp. Ridiculously powerful. They've been sniffing around Project Aegis for a while now. Clearly they have an agenda that's just starting to unfold. He gives the Ares man the finger. The man smiles and returns a gesture. Oh, man. Government, media, business, all working to ensure the truth stays hidden. Not for me. So it's a massive conspiracy. Working together, I don't think so. Well, yeah, not for me. No, not from you. You're a runner. That's the idea. But it's not the giant machinations it appears to be. In a way, it's worse. It's a series of conspiracies, conflicting agendas, and petty jealousies, all building upon, feeding upon, and excreting into an unending web of that word that people wade through every day and call it life. If there was one Dark Lord controlling everything and we could drive a magic sword through his heart to free the world. That would be grand. Such clarity, such focus. Alas. Wow. So yeah, I'm going to address this. So in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth, and then he created man after creating the world and what we know today. Then he created man in his likeness and his image, said, be fruitful and multiply and have dominion over the earth. He did not give us the okay to have dominion over one another because we were all made in the image and likeness of God. So working is part of the fall. When we sin, God said, oh, because you are sinful, you can't just laze away your days. You got to work for everything that happens. So we are supposed to corporately work as a unit to have dominion over this earth, and to rule it how God would rule it. Well, there are people who don't believe in God. There are people who don't care about God. There are people who flat out disobey God, and there are people who try to do everything they can to get ahead for themselves, no matter how it costs other people. That's the web he's talking about. And unfortunately, until Jesus comes back and he sets up shop and no one can disobey him because he is going to be God on earth, we're going to continuously deal with this web of stuff in which he's talking about. Employers employ people, or I should say people make themselves slaves to an employer. That's the biblical term that is actually used, slavery. And I believe I said it earlier, but it's not chattel slavery. It's not taking someone from their home country and having them to do forced labor against their will. Everyone who's an employee made an agreement with their employer that I'm going to work for money. Well, other stuff happens in life that we make choices for, and then it can get in the way of work. You know, the agreement that we had with our employer. I'm going to work such and such hours. You're going to pay me such and such. There may be bonuses, pensions, all kinds of stuff thrown in there with it. I agree to, not have certain amount of days off, or I only have a certain amount of sick days and all that kind of stuff. That's thrown in with the care package of work. Well, we want to, well, I'm human. I've taken off. I had to take care of my sick mom. Well, the employer hired you to work, and now you can't work because you have to take care of your sick mom. Well, he's paying you to work. If you're not there, he's not paying you. Well, he still needs, or she still needs, to have that job done. And we get upset when employers who they're there for making money. If you want to understand how employers actually feel, start your own business, hire your own employees, and then see how money comes in. And when your employees start to do exactly what you do, being the person who complains about the employer, then you'll see why employers do what they have to do, because they're trying to stay in business. I don't understand why people think that's a bad thing. Employers have rules to stay in business. If they don't do some of the things. Now, there are some people who are greedy, but for the most part, if they don't do the things in which they have need to do, that company is going out of business. We're still in a pandemic, and the pandemic has shown that, certain things aren't done. Companies go out of business. People don't get their supplies. If something goes wrong with their supply chain, then they won't be able to get their products out. Employees then strike, take advantage of bad situations, and they go on strike, and then stuff can't get done, and companies go out of business. I have no idea why people think money grows on trees, and that people who are employers just magically have a money tree and that they can just throw out money how they choose. And the masses complain that a small handful of people get big raises or get raises. If they take that same amount of money, because I used to work for a bank, if they take the same amount of money that was within the bonuses, that maybe the owner, the one who set up shop and created that mega corporation who can employ thousands upon thousands of people, if they disperse those funds among the employees, everybody be getting $15. I mean, if that's what they really want, then you start up your own mega corporation, and then instead of taking a bonus where you have worked hard and you got your workers doing the work because you've built it from ground zero all the way up, then you do the same thing, and then you give everyone that same amount of bonus, and everyone gets $15, and then have your employees complain, well, it was only $15. Anyway, that'll be a deep conversation. I would love to have that conversation as long as you're cordial. I don't like to yell. I do get a little bit excited. You know, my voice may raise just a little bit, but I'm not angry. I have been told that does happen sometimes with me. Anyway, let's finish this out. So the Dark Lord, so what's the lesson in all of this? That I did all this for nothing? So let's ask him. He laughs. Just the opposite, schmuck. The lesson is this. The game is rigged. The cards are stacked. The dice are loaded. It's the same as it always was. Every cycle, people in power exert power. Little people cower in their homes, think what they're told to think, and buy whatever products will help them forget how horrible their lives are for another day. I mean, I guess. I mean, if that's you and that fits you, I guess the statement would. But I never really think that is. I mean, I stopped watching mainstream TV. Once YouTube came, I can watch whatever entertainment I want. If I don't like a product, you're not going to sell me on it, period, point blank. There's only a certain few categories of things that I like, and I will not be sold on anything else. If a person's weak-willed and they think they need to have some kind of gadget that they don't need, I mean, everything in my house I use. I'm not filling it up with things that I can't. And that's why we don't play their game. We don't swallow the sandwich and politely ask for another. It's why we run the shadows. That's where real life is, kiddo. Reality lives in the places where no one wants to see. All right, where's Hans? He flew back to Berlin. All sorts of things brewing there. He was very impressed with you, though. It could probably be turned into work someday, but I'd forget about him if I were you. Never make a deal with a dragon, kid. They're playing a different game entirely. Okay, seriously, who are you? A friend. Until I need something from you, then I am a fatherless child. All right. Peace out, painted man. Let's talk to McCluskey. McCluskey alternates between trying to look important and trying to avoid actual work. What are you looking at? What the heck does that mean? I don't know what it means, so I ain't gonna say it. Whoa. Not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. Wow, none of these. I'm not a practical joke player, but I'm not going to assault them at all. I wouldn't do any. So, all of these is... all right. I don't want to assault them, so the only one I would do is charisma. McCluskey beams and then his brow furrows. I didn't hear about it. Yep, he said to go down to the station house right now. They're throwing a surprise party for you. Oh, I shouldn't have said anything. I'll surprise them then. All right, he runs off. And Dresden. The little coroner is surprised to see you, but he can't hide his delight. Hey, Legendmuyui, I was wondering if I was going to see you again. I guess I shouldn't be surprised to find you here. Wherever the mayhem is, that's where you'll find me. Just making more work for you. Hello, Dresden. How's my favorite body snatcher? Busy. He pops his eyebrows eager. You know, it's all over the trids, right? They found the Emerald City Ripper dead in some asylum out in the Snohomish, of all places. Turns out he'd been masquerading as a head administrator or something. They found him dead and from some sort of vigilante attack. He leans in, whispers conspiratorially, you wouldn't know anything about that, would you? A vigilante attack, huh? Wow. I might. Hard to say. Why, Mr. Dresden, I know, it's fascinating, isn't it? Well, no one can say he didn't have it coming to him. Am I right? He frowns at himself. That was a double negative. So, the big question, what about the dead man switch now that the Ripper's dead? Are you going to collect? Right, dead man switch. Almost forgot about that. I'm not sure I care anymore. I'm a collect, but I wouldn't say that. Excellent. I'm sure you deserve it. How do you collect? I was told I need a secure line to call the number Sam gave me. Can't use my comm link. He brightens. Lone Star Emergency Response Team set up a secure phone line right near here to coordinate their efforts. I can authorize you to use it. Ah, thanks. Don't mention it. Take care, Legendmuyui. All right, let's collect my money. The phone before you has a simple numerical data pad. You can use it to call Sam's lawyer firm and cash in the dead man switch. Let's get this thing done. You tap into the phone number Sam's lawyer gave you days ago. The phone rings 7 times before someone finally answers. The image of the lawyer on the other end of the vid phone is noticeably different from the one you saw a few days ago. The noise in the background sounds like it's coming from a bar. Yeah. He squints into the phone and recognition slowly appears on his face. Oh, hey, it's you. Legendmuyui, right? So you got Sam's killer, huh? Yeah, I got Sam's killer. That's right. And I want to get paid. What the heck is going on? Are you even a lawyer? Yeah, I got him. That's right. That's great. Hang on. Let me slot Sam's video for you. He fumbles for a moment and the camera jerks crazily, then goes to static and is replaced by Sam. Good old Sam. Sam still looks like stuff. Same clothes, same background, probably shot at the same time as the first video. Hey, buddy, looking good. Looking good, he giggles. If you're calling this number, that means the job is done, right? He closes his eyes and shakes his head. Congratulations, amigo. I knew you'd do it. You're always the dependable one. More than me, anyway. He looks back at you, trying to speak soberly. I just want to say thank you for whatever you did. It means a lot. Not even knowing what you did, it still means a lot. Because I know you did something. You know what I mean? I know you made it right somehow. He pauses, tilts his head back, and his breath hitches in his chest. You're the only one. The only one. I'm sorry. You're the only one. The only one who ever seemed to give a... Whoever tried to help me. Ever. Except my sister. She tried. More than once. She tried. I never let her, though. Never let her in. I regret that a lot. Did I ever tell you about her, buddy? We're twins. We're twins, I guess. You still twins after one of you dies. Right? Yeah. I don't know. Doesn't matter, I guess. He sighs heavy. Listen to me. Do me a favor, would you? If you talk to her, her name's Jessica. Tell her I'm sorry, okay? For everything. She knows what for. She's Catholic, so she'll forgive me. I need her to forgive me. Only Catholics forgive people? I mean, really? Just tell her I love her. I will. I'll visit her in jail, probably. He straightens himself, shakes it off, then grins back. Anyway, you need to get paid. Which would be great. Except for one thing. I got nothing. Never did. You know how it is, right? Sorry, but hey, thanks again for giving a crap. Seriously, I appreciate it. Tell you what, if you feel sore about it, look into my family background a bit. There's got to be people with money in there somewhere. Maybe one of them can throw you a few bucks. Take care, amigo. See you in Jikoku. He reaches forward and shuts the camera off. The vid screen goes to static and the call ends. There's a moment of silence and then you feel a tug on your jacket. It's Dresden. So what do you say? Thank you. He just said thank you. The Emerald City Ripper Killer are the Emerald City Ripper killings are sensationalized for several weeks. Sensationalized. Never heard that word. I'm gonna have to look it up for weeks. Lurid reports focus on the killer masquerading as an administrator of Mercy Mental Hospital. Soon after, pop singer Marie Mercurial is cast in a lead in Dr. Ripper, a tribute thriller about a reporter who goes undercover as a mental patient to uncover the serial killer. Seattle Newsnet reports a shootout at a chapter of the Universal Brotherhood. Witnesses claim that a gang of religious fanatics stormed the building for unknown reasons, but committed suicide before they could be captured. All mentions of the insect spirits, James Celestian III, or Shadowrunners are kept out of the news. 1 year later, the city of Chicago declares a quarantine area between Lake Michigan and the Des Plaines River. Officially, the Chicago Containment Zone is established to fight an outbreak of an infectious virus, but an infestation of insect spirits is expected by those who know. A mature form of Project Aegis called FABS 3 is eventually deployed to remove the bug's threat from Chicago. The Watts family name has since been lost to the shadows. Okay, cool. All right, so that was Shadowrun Returns. That was a pretty good game. Anticlimactic. My boy stiffed me. But money is always good motivation for people. So it got me to do something, beneficial for society. I don't particularly like the fact that I had to go through all that killing just to do something beneficial. Games always do that. Oh, you gotta fight somebody. Oh, you gotta defeat them. You gotta kill them. They gotta pay for what they did. They gotta pay blood for blood. Yeah, forgiveness does go a long way for people who want to be forgiven. And even for people who don't want to be forgiven. I mean, we never know what forgiving a person may do when they're in their alone time, because words spoken does have an effect on a person. I mean, there are a lot of people who can think back to a teacher who said something to them, 50, 60 years ago, something that your parents said to you when you were a child, and it still affects you today. So words do go far. Sometimes they may not change the outcome of a person doing heinous things. And speaking of heinous things, I can't be remiss about not mentioning what's going on in society with what's going over there in Ukraine with Russia. I don't want to point any blame, because any human who has power, if tempted by grandiose ideas or scheme, can always fall to do horrible things. I would just advise you to pray for everyone involved. The loss of life is always a tragedy, because every human is made in the image and likeness of God. So I would just pray for all world leaders, that they make sound decisions for peace, and not war or violence. Pray for everyone, whether it's local people in local government, leaders of police forces, fire departments, anyone in some type of authority. Pray for them, because all authority is granted by God, and he allows people to be in those places of authority. That's a hard pill to swallow when you have a leader who is doing something bad. I know it's a hard pill to swallow, but God uses the sin of people to accomplish his work. The children of Israel, if you go through the Bible, disobeyed God, and God promised them that I'm going to use other nations to punish you because you disobeyed me. You went against what I wanted. Some people didn't want to believe that, and they went wholeheartedly against God, and they died. Other people who did hold fast to God's promises, they were saved, but they were carried away into captivity into another land. They flourished in that other land because God said that he was keep them if they would still obey him in that foreign land. And we see that in the book of Daniel, that had the prophecies of what happened pretty much in Europe. I mean, what happened to have Europe form? Well, not Europe form, but, all of the wars were foretold, that the king of Babylon, King Nebuchadnezzar, will be overthrown by the Medes and the Persians. The Medes and the Persians would then be overthrown by Greece, and then Rome would overthrow Greece, and then Rome would control most of Europe, and then Rome would be broken up into 10 countries. And that's almost the mirror image of what we got in modern day society now, with Rome having 10 countries, some marriage together. And I'm not all that great with European culture, but these I have a friend who lives in Germany. So everything that's going on over there now, it concerns me, and it troubles me. Loss of life, men who are going to go fight for their country, and their draft is huge from age 16 to 60. So if they begin to take huge losses, and then the war is ended, then the women, they wouldn't have anyone local to go to. They would have to go to other countries to find suitable men. And unfortunately, there's more women than men in the world already. That just is just horrible. I mean, it's just overall horrible. Anyway, this is your boy, Legendmuyui. This has been a long one. But we did come to the end, and we finished Shadowrun Returns. If this is your last piece of entertainment for today, which I do hope it is, I hope that you will take this time to better yourself. If you're one of those people who really complain, I really want my employer to do more, and you're really tired of your employer, look into starting your own business. God has gifted every last human on this planet to do something. And I believe that the something that everyone is gifted with should be their employment. That way work won't seem too much like work, because it's something we enjoy. Now, some people will not have a mindset to work for themselves, to be diligent to do it, because some people don't even have the discipline to work from home. Which I don't understand. I mean, you still got to get work done. I don't see how people can let what's going on in their house, control what they're doing when they're supposed to be at work. I don't understand that myself, but some people are like that. But if you want to work on that song, if you want to work on learning a new martial art or learning martial arts, period, hey, if you want to learn an instrument, if you want to learn how to sew, if you want to learn how to craft, if you want to learn how to start your own business, take your time and learn those things. Don't all spend all of your time doing things that are just entertainment, so that at the end of the day, there is no substance there. You haven't benefited yourself. You haven't learned anything new. You haven't really done anything. You just wasted time, and you were like, oh, okay, that was cool for the moment, but it doesn't produce anything in you. Learn how to be more patient. Learn how to be more forgiving. Learn how to be more kind. Learn all those things. Learn about other religions. I mean, I'm a Christian. I have no problem with learning about other religions because I'm grounded in mine. There's plenty of things that you can actually take time to do. So anyway, this is your boy, Legendmuyui, out.